Despite massive advances in aviation technology, some of the world's most dangerous airports are still operating today, challenging even the most experienced pilots. These airports are not unsafe by negligence, but by geography, weather, and design constraints that leave little margin for error. From short runways carved into mountains to landings that skim just meters above beaches or city streets, these locations turn routine flights into high-stakes operations where precision is everything. One of the most notorious examples is Tenzing Hillary Airport, often described as the gateway to Mount Everest. Perched high in the Himalayas, this airport features an extremely short runway with a cliff at one end and a rock wall at the other. There is no room for aborted landings, and rapidly changing mountain weather can reduce visibility in seconds. Only specially trained pilots are permitted to land here, and flights are frequently delayed or canceled due to unsafe conditions. Another airport that regularly captures global attention is Princess Juliana International Airport. What makes this airport dangerous is not altitude or terrain, but proximity. Incoming aircraft pass just a few dozen feet above a public beach before touching down, creating powerful jet blasts and limited clearance. While visually spectacular, the approach leaves little room for pilot error and requires strict adherence to speed and descent profiles. In the mountains of Bhutan lies Paro International Airport, considered one of the most difficult airports in the world to land at. Surrounded by steep Himalayan peaks, pilots must manually navigate a complex series of turns with no radar guidance before lining up with the runway at the last moment. Only a handful of pilots worldwide are certified to fly into Paro, and landings are restricted to daylight hours under clear weather conditions. Europe has its own share of risky runways, including Madeira Airport. Built on a narrow strip between mountains and the Atlantic Ocean, the runway is partially supported by pillars over water. Strong crosswinds are common, often forcing pilots to abort landings at the last second. The airport is safe by engineering standards, but its location demands constant vigilance and advanced skill. Finally, in Central America, Toncontin International Airport stands out for its challenging approach through mountainous terrain and sharp turns just before touchdown. The runway is relatively short and ends near busy urban areas, leaving minimal space for overruns. Although newer airports have been developed to reduce risk, Toncontin remains operational and continues to test pilot precision. These airports remain open not because the danger is ignored, but because they are vital lifelines for tourism, trade, and local communities. With strict pilot training, advanced procedures, and constant monitoring, flights continue to operate safely, yet they serve as powerful reminders that even in modern aviation, nature and geography still have the final say.